Yeah. Fancy meeting you here in this little old place. I'm Tish, and this is Echo Echo. How we going, everybody? Oh, I just remembered I've got shopping in a bag. Anyway, I'm gonna get it, but I'll start the video. Say hello, hello. Yeah. This video, I don't know how it's gonna be. This is an unseen reaction. Haven't seen it yet. I've heard a little bit about what our friend has been up to, and it's not good. I think so. We're talking about Courtney Shortney here, Courtney Alexander, and she has been a little bit unhinged of late, and completely understandable because I imagine that. So I want to come at this from a compassionate side, but I also am not going to be sugarcoating anything. On one hand, I can see that this person is grieving. They have, had a very traumatic incident happen, especially the way that her best friend died. So even though they were prepared for it, they weren't. So yeah, it's a very touchy subject, and I'm only talking about it because I think that if it isn't highlighted and addressed, it's going to just get out of control. And I think people need to be on the lookout because now the cult of Boss Lee, their leader is gone, and for some people, it may break the spell. And I can only hope they, instead of seeing how Jessie Lee worked right up until her dying day, instead of that, they say, I don't want that end where the last people who come and see me are my downline. And I hope that they can take that away and really examine where they are in their lives and just make some good choices, even if it hurts their hip pocket to begin with. Because that positive bank account, the thousands of dollars, they're not going to be there holding your hand at the end. So, yeah, I think that and I'm not sugarcoating Jessie Lee either. I'm just saying, she did some really nasty things. She wished some really nasty things to happen to people talking about her who were just highlighting her misinformation, misuse of her influence, and using all of the things that she did, including shock marketing, medical claims, saying controversial things about cancer doctors and things like that. That was all done to sell, and she was successful, and that's why we were talking about it. Well, me. That's why I was talking about it, because when she first got diagnosed, it was a matter of like, okay, well, we'll see, we'll see what she does, because they had just gone to Colombia, and that was a very hot topic. So for the cancer diagnosis to come soon after that, it was kind of like, well, okay, let her fight this battle, get it over, do what she needs to do. Not going to bother her because that's, having cancer, getting treatment for cancer is a full-time job. It was only, if she had have done that, just gone on her journey, whether it was natural or not, or traditional medicine, I wouldn't have done any videos on her, because who cares? That's her life, like whatever, The only reason I decided to do videos was because she was just saying the wrong thing. And her influence is very strong in her followers. They are ride or die bitches. And that's why I spoke up. I thought it was bad because it could hurt people. So what we're going to do today is talk about her bestie, as I was starting, who, like I said, apparently has been very off tap, unhinged, with the aftermath of this. I don't know if I'll do this in one sitting, but we shall see. I'm tired already. Live joyful and free. Oh, I might do that. Oh, an hour and 20. I don't know. Oh, she's got a few. Okay, this one says opening a package from Kathleen to Kathleen's live because she asked me to. Did she ask you to? My theory on that was that like people need that's her way of saying you need to buy me a gift. Look, people are buying me gifts. So get on board. God, I just misread her where she's from. And I thought it said fetus and I'm like, what? It's not fetus. So, update on the puppies, not on set yet. Okay, obviously. Otherwise, I'd be like, here's puppies. But all still ticking. Hang on, someone sent me some good. Someone sent me some good names. Oh. My sister is watching one of my videos and she's like, oh my God. Hang on, what'd she say? Just finished watching the Cap Chat my ass bit and seen stupid person's comment about engagement and shit and praying for you. Oh, someone commented on it. Let's have a look. That's good. They want praying for me? Good for them. I have to check my analytics. Lol, I just paused at this moment. Fuck, I laughed when you came back as the devil gold. That would have been funny. What was funny? What am I say would have been funny? I am funny. Well, I like to be. Shut up. And humble. I'm excited now. Cap Chatfield. Cap Chatfield. Oh my God. He liked my video. I'm going to try to hit all your major roasting points. You might say the algorithm sent me here. I do not believe the algorithm would have sent me here. Oh, hang on. Let me put it on the screen so you can see. Okay. Oh. It's so small. So small. Let's see if I can make it a bit bigger. Okay. Oh, goodness me. Thank you. MDSKBTRS. The algorithm was made because I do not normally watch the content you produce. Well, obviously. I think it's pretty sad how you keep bashing his engagement. No, I took it back. I took it back from the engagement because he had some good, some bad. 1% of my followers have engaged. That's stat for all your videos, so maybe focus on your engagement. My engagement's been a bit shit lately, honestly. You're upset that some random man got an autograph from someone he is inspired by because he took a moment from us other random person. They were never guaranteed. No, John Maxwell said, I will sign one book, and Cap Chatfield tried to take that moment from her. I will stick by that. You said, what is your prayer going to do for her son is dead? Have you never said, I hope you feel better to someone is sick? What is going on to do with already sick? Your hopes and wishes do nothing for them. So why do you say it? By the way, the prayer is not to bring her son back. It's probably comfort. Yeah, but Ray, I know Ray, that was not sincere. And in all honesty, probably didn't. It probably didn't happen. He's a grifter. And I'm like, if he honestly meant that, that's a beautiful moment right there. Okay. But I know what he is like. He is a grifter and he's doing it. God does not just work through influencers, to answer your question on why you said entrepreneurs. Influencers do not work in your physical community. No, the reason why I said entrepreneurs is because it's a coded word that's used in network marketing, and they aren't entrepreneurs. They are selling a product that someone else invented and someone else might gets the money for. I feel bad for you pretending to water away the Holy Spirit in a prayer with plastic child's toy. I know you know demons and the devil don't use a pitchfork. Only someone with deep-rooted demons would throw a tantrum through a prayer like that. I am guessing this person may have English as an additional language. I'll pray for you specifically through Jesus' name. Please, no. I thank you, but I do not need your prayers. Okay? I'm not going to read the prayer because I don't need them. If you made it this far, congratulations on the puppies. Wiener dogs are precious babies. Absolutely. I think long-haired wiener dogs look majestic. They do. It's true. It's true. Hope your mum and papa's doing good. I do like your introduction. Your exit was very entertaining. Oh, thank you. That's an interesting comment. I will reply to it eventually, but that wasn't too bad. Oh, hang on. Your accusations against Chatfield are baseless. What a waste of time. And by the way, there's a difference between religion and actually knowing Jesus. I suppose. Okay. Oh, that's my sister. Yay. Oh, look, Cap. I'm glad that I wonder if he watched the whole thing. Look, it was a jerk move. It was a jerk move. Sorry, we just, because my sister, sent me that. Did I even download this? Hang on, let me have a look. Yes, okay. Hooray. I was so angry just then. All right, that was so funny. Oh my God. I was getting tired, but now I'm all pumped. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna go back here. I'm dying of that. But that was really thoughtful comments. I liked those comments. I just please don't pray for me. It just does nothing for me. And if it's for you, then that's not good either, Okay, I'm gonna press play. Can you see the live captions? Hang on. No, let's turn the sound on, Tish.
In North Texas, and I am here to talk to you guys about, are you feeling unfocused? Like this is an infomercial.
Courtney, aren't ketones supposed to give you better concentration? Okay, I actually haven't. Jessie Lee stopped saying that a long time ago. But I still remember it. Okay, it's supposed to give you better concentration. All right, and I'm just going to press play and get my bag.
Focused, feeling low energy. I have on and off for the past 6 years on Thursday. It's not a Thursday. What even is today? What is my life? Where am I at? I don't even know. Okay. On and off for 6 years. Monday nights were the time frame that I have talked about the product that has completely changed my life starting 6 years ago. And I picked it back up and then I didn't. And so we're bringing it back. Okay. So I am going to save this on my Facebook. If you guys are, my lighting, I'm not even gonna mess with it. My lighting on my Instagram is not very high right now, but if you guys have any questions at any time, feel free to drop them in the comments below. So I'm going to tell you guys really quickly what this product is, how it has helped me. You guys can.
What are we doing here? Why? What? What's happening? Because people know what the product is, Court. What?
Feel free at any time if you have more questions, just go to the link in the bio. The link in the bio will have, actually, maybe I can do it. Okay. This is in my bio as well. And when you go to this link mate, you can also, nope, it's not gonna let me. There we go. All right. When you go there, you can get more information, get your questions answered. If you have more questions after you watch the videos, you can text me. It's really me. You can also get a coupon. You can get the free transformation guide that's going to help guide you through. It's free. You don't even have to drink the product to be able to apply many of the tips that are being given to you in that transformation guide. And if you guys want to know the best way to get started, I'm going to go over that with you right now. Okay. 6 years ago, I was the mom.
If you want to get started with what? The drink or the business? She's not being clear. Also, that's not Prove It branded merch there, Court. Mm-hmm.
A 1.5-year-old daughter. I was dragging ass. I had low energy. I was already focused on my health and bettering myself. I had been working on it for, really focused on working on my health for about a year, little over a year. I was taking 8 to 10 products, one for focus, one for energy, one for balancing, one to help me feel satiated, one to help me with my workouts, one to...
And who told you to take those products, Courtney? Who advised you? Because if it was not a doctor, then probably you didn't need to. Yeah?
For gut digestion, one for, I had a product for everything. Okay, I had a product for my mood, I had a product for my energy, I had a product to help me focus, literally it's called focus.
Also, if you did have a product for focus, was it an ADHD medication? Because that's a good thing to take, Courtney. Especially because it's prescribed,
product for all these things. And I still felt like it wasn't enough. I was saying no to my 1.5-year-old because I was wanting to sleep on the couch. I literally couldn't even get myself to get off the couch sometimes.
What does that mean? You were telling her no to do what? To meet her daily needs or to just like play? Because Courtney has a pattern of behavior with her children where she puts her needs above their needs. And this is not something that I say lightly. And it's not something that I have looked for. She shows it herself. She has closed her crying toddler, crying at the door. She closed the door and told him to go away or something like that. When she took her oldest daughter to a Prove It event, she's like 9, I think, they were trying to overcome their fears, and her daughter had a fear of going down the escalator. And Courtney was at the top with her and just told her to go down by herself. And then, as she was traveling down the escalator, Courtney decided to put her bag on the escalator, which immediately fell and was hurtling towards her daughter. And the daughter got out of the way and then apologized for moving because she was supposed to be brave and stay there. In the same video as the escalator collision, the near miss, Courtney was driving while recording something on her phone. That's strike one. And then she said to the daughter, "Do you have your seatbelt on?" And the daughter said, "No." And Courtney did not pull up or did not tell her to put it on. She just kept talking. So that's just a couple of the examples. She pulled her daughter out of school and is homeschooling her, even though the daughter said that she really loves school. Yeah, look, imagine, I just can't imagine too many other, like, okay, look, okay, just stay with me, all right? Don't judge me. It's okay if you do. I think I'm gonna do some true crime. Do you know how much I hate myself for wanting to? I hate myself for that because the true crime on YouTube crowd, it is expansive as heck. Like, who do I think I am? What am I going to add to the fucking mix? You know? Oh, anyway, there's this one case, and her name's Pam Hupp. Pam Hupp. And she is the Karenest Karen of all time. And she killed a friend and then framed her husband for it. And the friend she'd only really been friends with for 6 months. And she was in her insurance sort of salesman, broker sort of thing. And Pam got all the money. And then because Pam convinced her friend that her husband couldn't be trusted with it, and then Pam took the money anyway. And the husband was in jail for killing her because Pam set him up. And then they eventually overturned it and he got out. Pam pushed her own mother off a balcony and she died and she got some money for that. And then, because she wanted to keep the money that the original friend had left her, and so she was trying to frame the husband again for a different thing, and it was an attempted murder of Pam. And Pam had asked an intellectually impaired man to reenact on Dateline a 911 call. And in the reenactment, Pam shot him because he was pretending to break into her house. Anyway, she got busted, and I really want to tell that story. I know I just did in 5 minutes, but I want to be snarky. And she's the biggest Karen you've ever met. Blonde hair, she just is such a Karen. Anyway, why was I talking about true crime? Oh, children. So I've been watching a lot of child cases, and there are some really bad parents out there, like really, really bad parents. Now, Courtney's not on that level, obviously, but she, she's not the best, and I think that because of the way that she sort of has her brand as I'm the mom who makes money, blah 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 blah. I think it's crap. I'm gonna get a brush, but I'll press play.
I just felt like a terrible mom. I felt like I was constantly saying no. I barely had any energy to keep up with the laundry list of things like laundry and cleaning the house and feeding my family, which was not my strong suit. I just did not have the energy to do any of it. And I felt like a terrible person. And I felt like I was snapping all the time. I was snapping on my husband. I did not feel fulfilled. I didn't have a passion. I was trying to figure out what is wrong with me. Like, that's literally what I felt. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with my brain? I had no idea. I keep seeing angel numbers on the amount of people of you that are watching. Thank you, JD. I appreciate you so much. And I really needed to find a business opportunity. And so at the same time, we were looking for a new business opportunity.
Why? What the these MLM hopper people are just so bizarre. Like, why doesn't getting a real job ever occur to them? Like, what the heck? I know that she's done well now. I don't know how well, TBH.
That's not the story. The story is about the product. And so once we got the product, we had 5 packets. I tried it for the first time with a group of, we're going to call them acquaintances. They are no longer friends. I had one friend in that group, and that was Jessie Lee. So Jessie Lee are in this group chat, and I drank the packet with everyone else the very first day, and I felt it hit my brain within 30 minutes. I actually mixed up a half pack.
Sorry, I just raised the desk up because this is a standing desk. Actually, I'm going to go up a little bit more. Ooh, was that a group that came from Modere to... Hang on, was Courtney in Modere? I don't know. 6 years ago. Yeah. That would have been Modere.
And I felt it hit my brain. And I was like, what is happening? I don't even know if this is a placebo effect. I don't even really know if I...
Why are you even acknowledging the placebo effect? Sister, baby girl, no. I mean, this is fine. It's good. You're giving yourself away, but yikes.
Hair right now because I have cleaned the house. I've started laundry. I am already preparing dinner, and I don't have any clue how I am checking things off of my list when I am typically so scattered. And that was a huge non-scale victory for me on day 1 with a half pack. I was like, give me more.
A non-scale victory. So non-scale victories are associated with weight loss, Courtney, not what you're doing. Oh, is that Frida? Yeah, not what you're doing, sweetheart. That's just like a product working. And it absolutely was that placebo effect. You give yourself away, sweetie. I never call anyone sweetie, sweetheart. That's not my verbiage. Yeah.
Don't even care if this ain't real. It feels like it to me, and I just want it to keep happening. And here we are 6 years later. I have completely transformed who I am. And it was interesting in that chat because I wasn't alone. There were a few people. You're either going to feel it immediately or it's going to take some time to layer on, and you're going to have to look back and realize what's changed because it's one or the other. You either feel the effects immediately when you drink it, or it takes a few days, or even it can be like you're looking back on a week and you realize, wow, I've been sleeping better. Oh my goodness, I have been a little...
I don't buy this. No. That makes it implicit. Like, it either works or it doesn't. And even the delayed reaction would be part of a placebo as well. It's like, oh, we're at this new company and we're like going to get rich in our fast starts. Okay, I'm gonna go out of view again to get things to do my hair. That's in the process of doing it at the moment because the purple needs a little bit of a touch up, and I'm going with some red roots. Ooh.
Focused. Wow, you're right. I'm not needing the afternoon nap and hitting a midday crash anymore. Holy cow, I feel so different. So sometimes it's looking back and being able to connect those dots. Hey, Natalie, how are you? What's up, Jennifer? So good to see you guys. Hey, Jane. Hey, Angela. And I have not looked back. So what is this product? It's just a drink. It's just a drink versus a diet. I thought I had one open, but I did not. So I'm going to open this one. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly how to get started. So you can get the benefits of mood zapper. Okay, I stopped snapping on my husband for no reason. Okay, do I still get snappy? Yeah, of course, sometimes, especially that time of month. Okay, not perfect. It's not magic. Oh, thanks, Linz. It's not magic. I'm not pretending it is. But even though these are ketones, it is a drink versus a diet. Now, I have been drinking only water. I haven't had a drop of soda since I was 19 years old. Like, I stopped drinking soda when I was like 18, 19 years old. I want to say it was like 2007, 2008. I was done.
You're the best human ever, Courtney. Well done.
I was done with soda probably before that, and then I would have half cut I went half and half sweet tea, half unsweetened, half sweet at McDonald's because I loved it. No longer do I eat at McDonald's. I don't even go there for the tea. I don't even go there for their coffee. I don't do it, okay? I stopped the sugary drinks. I stopped everything a long time ago, and I focused on water. And I get my water intake in. This is my second half gallon of the day, and it's halfway gone.
She must pee all day.
I did not even think I had fat to lose. I still lost 25 pounds when I first started. I then got pregnant within 6 weeks. And I fast forward, I drank these through pregnancy and breastfeeding. I'm not a medical provider. I'm not trying to pretend to be. I'm just sharing my experience with you. That was with Lincoln, who's 5 years old. And when I first started, Madeline was weaning herself from nursing. So I found out that like other women had breastfed and it was safe. I checked with my primary care provider.
Weaning herself? Don't you mean you were weaning her? Oh my God, you can't do that, Courtney. Jesus.
They said, looks fine to me. You know your body. Just listen to your body. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there with whatever. Anyway, so I was like thinking of other things that doctors have said, but I'm not gonna go there. So.
Oh, why is that? Do you want to say why? Because you're not allowed to make medical claims. Why is that? Because you can't prove any of this because there's no studies on it and ketones actually BS. See Mac Attack or Brianna Jewell for details on how ketones do not work. Thanks.
Then after having Lincoln through my breastfeeding, still drank it the whole time. I did have an aversion in the very beginning. I did not know I was pregnant, and I had a false negative pregnancy test in the very beginning of pregnancy for like a couple of months, for real. And I couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. I was pregnant. And I was like throwing up the ketones because we only had like 3 flavors back then. And I was like, I don't even want to drink this anymore because I'm literally throwing it up and it tastes disgusting coming up. And that flavor was Blue Ocean. And I still to this day really cannot drink it because of that. Anyway, so I was like so nervous to even try anything else. I was like barely sipping. And once I got past that first trimester, I was fine. And then I continued to drink them through my pregnancy and breastfeeding after I had Lincoln. I was really wanting to snap back fast, lost 40 pounds in 5 weeks with 0 exercise, just drinking water and making sure I was eating clean foods. Okay. That's really all I focused on. High fats, lower carbs, and moderate protein. That's how I ate, okay? And I did not restrict myself from things that I wanted. It's just the main foods that I was eating.
No, you just said that you have half and half tea and you didn't go to McDonald's, you didn't have soda. That's restrictions right there, sweetheart. Why am I going to do that's there, Courtney. That's what you said. I'm not going to call her sweetheart anymore. It's condescending.
In line with that. Fast forward to Kaden, I did the same thing. Through pregnancy, through breastfeeding, I never had an aversion to the ketones. I drank them the whole time. And I gained 60 pounds with Kaden. I was the ginormous. I had a lot of extra water weight. I was the biggest I'd ever been. Okay.
You're growing a human. It's okay. Like, don't sweat it.
Big. Okay. I was large and in charge. And you couldn't tell I was pregnant from the back, except for towards the end. I mean, I feel like you could tell.
What? 60 pounds and you couldn't tell? Yeah. I don't believe you. If that, one of them has to be not true, like as in you would have either not put on 60 pounds, or you would have not looked pregnant from behind, because both of those don't sound like they'd be possible. Although, if she's got some pictures of it, perhaps. Mm.
If you knew, but if you didn't know, maybe you didn't know. I don't know. Anyway, gained 60 pounds, lost 40 of it within the first 5 weeks again. Could not work out. My midwife was like, absolutely now, in and around the bed for the first week. In and around the bed. Okay. My midwife also approved it for me. I'm just telling you my experience. I am not a medical provider. I always encourage you guys to check with yours as well. She told me, you know your body best. They look great and I trust you. You have taken them throughout your other pregnancies with breastfeeding. You know what you're doing. I was like, thank you so much. That means so much to me. She was just affirming me and knowing my body. And then.
So a nurse is not a doctor. Love nurses. Nurses are great. We love, big fan of nurses, but they are not doctors.
The other 20 pounds that I had to lose came off within the next 2 weeks, and I started working out at 6 weeks. In and around the bed for the first week, in and around the house for the second week. Like, she did not want me leaving or moving because I had lost a lot of blood whenever I was pushing Kaden out, because he came out like this. It came out like this, and then she had to, like, get what is the thing? What is that called? He couldn't get past it.
It wasn't 3 children.
It wasn't ripping on its own. So she had to, anyway, too much information for some of y'all. But here we are nonetheless. That's what you get on this show. All right. That is...
Courtney, you're not a show. You're just a person telling a story. Okay?
That's how I lost the fat. Those are the time frames that I needed to lose the fat, was after pregnancy and in postpartum life. And with my postpartum, with those last 5 weeks, I created a muscle recovery shake that I drank every single day with our products, okay? So now what are these products? I'm going to get into it really, really fast, all right? In this box, you get 10 flavors. You want to know how to start? This is how you start, okay? We do have a good bundle that has the iFast with this that will really jumpstart your transformation if you're looking for a full-on transformation. Again, there's a free transformation guide in the link in my bio or even attached in the comments. Please don't come in here. Okay, this is a fast live. It's not a long one, okay?
This live is 52 minutes, and she's got 40 more minutes. I've never heard her talk like that to her children. That was abrasive. Jesus.
Most of mine. Okay. I told y'all really long story time, but here we are. All right.
So telling a story about the children, having the children, is real fun and good and la but the actual children of the children in the story, what the hell's going on? Sorry. You know, like the actual stars of the story, your children, fuck them, you know. Hi, editing Tish here. Doesn't my hair look nice? I know I'm in the middle of doing it, but whatever. Just wanted to say I actually didn't hear it properly until I was editing what the child said. I want to see you is what the child said. And knowing how she does go on to talk for 40 more minutes and it's nothing, okay? That just made me a little bit sadder for the children, you know? Like, just go and see them. She basically told us all about the freaking keytones. When a child says, I want to see you, ugh, it hurts my heart for them, you know? Just wanted to reflect on that because I actually didn't hear in the original exactly what the child said. I just knew that a child was there. And again, her reaction still shocks me. I'm like, there just didn't seem to be any kindness to it, you know? Any humanity, you know? All right. That's all I wanted to say. It's a bit depressing. But it is what it is.
Priority. But if you're looking for a full-on transformation, you can get the free transformation guide. Again, it's going to give you a lot of tips on proper ways to eat, like high protein. If you're looking to lose fat and feel really good about yourself,
What are your qualifications to give this advice, Courtney? Is it none? Because I think it's none. You have no qualifications.
You should be eating, closing the window at which times you're eating, starting at a certain time and ending by a certain time. Don't snack after 7 p.m. Don't do that to yourself. You're setting yourself up for failure. Make sure that you're eating high.
Don't tell me when I can and can't eat. Thank you.
As well, because you want to hold.
She was looking at the door then. I bet you someone was trying to come in again then.
On to muscle as you're losing fat so that you keep the booty. You know what I'm saying? Okay? You want to keep the booty, you got to build the muscle while you're losing the fat, which is why you need higher protein. These things are going to help you lose. They're all in the free transformation guide, okay, boo-boos? So go click on that and get yourself some tips and tricks before you ever even start this, okay? Yes, there's a lot of information in there. Just scroll through it quickly. Choose the one thing you know you need to.
Just go through it quickly. Is this really your advice to losing weight? Or focus? Aren't we supposed to be about focus right now?
Work on and focus there. It's going to tell you to increase your water, so you can just start that now without even reading it. No cookies. I still have the cookies, y'all. I still have the cookies. I just have them in moderation, okay? So, Mitoplex and this. 10 flavors in here. All you're going to do is a caffeinated in the morning, right? Caffeinated in the morning and a caffeine-free in the afternoon. I recommend just go ahead and taste the same flavor the same day so you can tell, do I like the caffeine-free more of this version or the caffeinated? This is one of the most light, refreshing flavors that we have. It's called Lime Time, and it's really, really good. You pour it into a cup. You can have a lid or not. You don't have to, but you pour it in a cup, close the lid, you shake it. Probably about 6 shakes. You know how many?
Is she really telling us how to mix ketones? I know she is, but I am surprised.
What does it take to get to the center? How many shakes does it take? It's literally only 6. Rigorously shake it. You can even stir it. I don't feel like that dissolves it as easily because the shaking just gets all of it mixed up really, really well. You don't even need the shaker ball, okay? It is water soluble. It is like literally dissolves that fast. And it tastes really good. If you're not gonna love every flavor. I sure don't. I don't love every flavor. I'll tell you right now, my least favorite flavor is right here. This Maui Punch, least favorite flavor. Okay. I drank it. I drank it when we did this beta test together. I drank it. Was I happy about it? No, ma'am. But I did it, and it actually tastes better than I remember before. But you know why? Because I added a lime Mitoplex with it. So lime and punch did great. I'm not going to lie to you, but I promise you, you will find a favorite flavor in here. Many people will either go for the strawberry peach as their favorite, or Where'd it go? Or the heart tart. It's either strawberry peach or heart tart. Those are the top 2 faves that I have found from other people. But you have 10 flavors in here. Shake, drink, bam. Okay? Pour it in 16 ounces, put some ice in it. I promise you it makes it taste even better than without. Okay? But even better with ice. And shake it, drink it about 30 minutes. Don't chug it because then you're just going to have to go poop really fast. There's nothing wrong with that, but just sip it. Don't chug it. Okay? Drink it within 30 to 60.
That's pretty important information that you'll poop. And I know that's what ketones do. I know that's what Erin has said before, but wow. Like, I didn't realize that's how quickly it worked. Jeez.
This is 100% of the time, and this is going to help you if you have to avoid cramps, to avoid headaches, to avoid the extra pooping. Pooping is good and it's regular and it should be okay. Especially you should be pooping after every time that you eat. If we want to talk about it, however, this
is that correct? Hey Siri, should people poop after every time they eat? Knowing the reasons. I don't think so. Wouldn't that just be like diarrhea? Wouldn't you not be absorbing things? Courtney, again, you said you were a doctor. You were not a doctor before. So you should not be... shut your mouth, to quote Julie Joe, who quoted someone else. Who else said that? I can't remember who did the original now because it's Julie Joe's joke. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be a big old no from me, Court.
You avoid the kind of poop that you don't want to have, okay? So you do need electrolytes. And then you also want to be eating things like avocados, pink Himalayan sea salt, so that you're getting other natural electrolytes into your body.
You want to be eating Himalayan sea salt. Oh my God, she's a mess.
Here, I did. I chopped it all off. Joshua cut it. It was a fun little family activity. Madeline and Joshua had some fun with my hair.
What the hell is going on? Is everybody okay over there? I don't think so.
What if someone has trouble pooping? Like you can't poop, then you definitely need ketones and mitoplex so you can get regular boo-boo, okay? Why am I calling you boo-boo? I don't know. I'm just having a moment. I'm just feeling joyful today. What? Maybe poop once a day, maybe. Yeah, we should be pooping after. You know why? It's the food, Angela. It is the food. It's a problem. It's a big problem. We don't eat clean as much as you can and get yourself some ketones so you can get your poop regular, okay? And electrolytes are important for that. So make sure that you're eating foods and look this up. What foods are best for natural electrolytes? Okay, so there's magnesium. I cannot remember for the life of me what natural foods have magnesium.
It doesn't matter because you are not a registered dietitian or any sort of medical provider. So stop talking about it.
I feel like it's greens, but I'm blanking in my brain and I don't want to give you false information, okay? But just look it up. Pinterest has it. I have a cheat sheet for you guys that you can get all of that information. This is the best place to start.
If you have a cheat sheet, why aren't you using it right now? What are you talking about?
Also the good, better, and best bundles. Just look at those. Don't go all over trying to look at all the flavors. You'll have every single flavor right here. Every single flavor that's on the main site is right here. Get this because you don't want to get headaches, you don't want to have cramps, and that's what happens when your body goes into ketosis. If you've never done that before, I did ketosis 6 years ago. I had no idea what was happening. I remember Jessie Lee's freaking out because her legs cramping. She can't stop it. They're like, get some avocado and some pink Himalayan sea salt and pour it on there and just eat that thing because it's potassium, more potassium in an avocado than there is in a banana. And then the sea salt is natural sodium. That's the best electrolyte, best sodium electrolyte that you can have. And she did it, and her leg cramp went away almost immediately. So those are great things. They're just ways to show.
I don't know that that's normal for anyone, you know? God.
Your body, like your 90% of people are dehydrated because they're not getting enough water. And even when you are drinking water, if your body is low on electrolytes, you will not absorb the electrolytes, you will not absorb the water properly if you are not getting the proper electrolytes. So that's why sometimes you'll read to put sodium, to put like pink Himalayan sea salt, or the real salt is the best version of that. What brand is that? I'm sorry, Redmond's real salt. That's what we use now. So if you put that in your water, then you're going to absorb it better as well. Throw some lemon juice in it too. When you drink ketones for the first time, what else should you do for best results? Feelings. Maximizing the results and benefits of these is you want to drink a caffeinated in the morning and then drink a caffeinated in the morning on an empty stomach. Do not eat until you're hungry. Once you start to eat, then a couple hours later, you should drink your second pack of ketones, okay? And your food should consist of high protein and like a moderate to low carb. Like if you can avoid eating the carbs in the afternoon in the busiest part of the day where your brain has to high function, like you're working, you're moving, you're operating at a high level, avoid the carbs. Stick with berries. Stick with, even, I'm trying to think of some other really good options that like the foggy F-A-G-E. It's an acquired taste yogurt, but that's another one with berries, some chicken, like even a chicken salad. But some of the stuff just has hidden carbs in it, right? Like if you're eating a dressing, I just do avocado oil for dressing and salt, pepper.
Oh, so you are a registered dietitian. That's great. Well done. When did you get that qualification? Because I think it's never, personally.
And that's it. That's my dressing. Like that's all I do. Maybe a little bit of lemon juice on it. Like that's what I do for dressing, and I love it. I'm not restricting myself from anything that I don't want. I do have pudding pop flavor, and I do have trials available as well. But if you are, I highly encourage you, if you are looking for the best pricing, the best start, go be a beta tester and get this with, or just add this on to the good bundle, which is this plus the iFast. I just didn't have it up here, and I couldn't figure that out. I didn't want to run downstairs to grab it. Yeah, I do have that chocolate pudding pop. I can't remember if I put it on my trial site or not, but I do have it. So if you did grab it and purchase it, then I could add that on there too. What does that say?
God, what's she gonna do for
do you have to be on the keto diet in order to take this? No, and I highly encourage you that if you already know what works for your body, stick with that. Don't try to overhaul everything. Just add this in with what you're already doing. You're going to notice that you are suppressing your appetite. You're not as hungry, which is going to allow you to fight your cravings, right? Because if you're not as hungry, then you're not going to just go for it like, oh, I need to eat. So you're probably, hopefully, okay, I've done this. Guilty as charged. This is how I know and how to, I know to tell you. Hopefully you're not grabbing a chocolate chip cookie first thing in the morning. I did that
Why?
today. Okay, but don't do that. Don't do that. Allow yourself to eat, and I ate really well after that too. Allow yourself to eat a higher protein. Can you have a taco with the shell? Yeah, go ahead, have a taco with the shell. I'm just telling you for best results what to do. Everything is in that.
Don't ask her about how to, like, what is happening? Why are people asking this fucking network marketer how to eat? Weird. This is too red now.
Free transformation guide. Don't overwhelm yourself by looking. Just start by grabbing this. Drink 1 caffeinated pack first thing in the morning. If you're someone who does not drink caffeine, will you still get the same results with caffeine free? Absolutely. Okay. I have been drinking caffeine free. I've gone through like just eliminating caffeine from my life for like a week at a time here and there, and I still feel really, really great. So me gives the best trainings in her lives. Oh my gosh, I love you, Daisy. You're so sweet. Oh, hey, Dawn. I saw you pop on. Should you have Myoplex with every drink all the time or just while you're first starting out? I encourage you that for every ketone that you're drinking to add in a Myoplex. So I will usually drink 2 of these a day minimum. But even if I just drink 1, I usually can feel. And even this helps. I'm going to read this to you because this is bomb. And this is unlike, it has Mito P2Q technology. I'm going to get a little sciencey on you. I really love to know how things work. Okay, this is the only fuel source that can actually pass through your blood-brain barrier, which means they're actually running 2 things. It means that this works, and it's the only pure therapeutic natural ketones on the market. Nobody can touch it. It's multi-patented. It is the best of the best of the best.
I don't think that's true. I think there are other ketones on the market. But also, I don't think that's how it works either. I don't know for sure, but please see Brianna Jules and Mac Attack's videos on this topic.
Passing through the blood-brain barrier, we are currently aware of the largest running scientific study on concussions, and they are being given ketones. When you drink ketones for the first time, what else should you do?
Who? When? What? Where? Where is this study happening? How long has it been? How many ketones? Where are they getting ketones from? Is that really, you're just going to leave it there? That looks way redder on the camera than it actually is. It's not that red. Kind of is.
I was just stopped on that question. So if you start first thing in the morning on an empty stomach and then you don't eat until you're hungry, you stay hydrated, mix this in with your water if you have difficulty drinking your water. Or, like I said, with the Maui Punch, you can mix one of these with the Maui Punch and it's still going to get the electrolytes in your system. This does not count towards your water intake, but if you only put this in water, it will, okay? Passing through the blood-brain barrier, and then I was going to talk about this. This taps into the powerhouse of your cell called the mitochondria. So if you remember the cell, this is your cell, okay? And over here, there was like this oblong oval shape called the mitochondria. Inside of the mitochondria was the nucleus. I know, look at me go, I remember this. This is why you do little modules and what are those called? Models, so that you remember this stuff, okay? And the nucleus, the powerhouse of the cell. This is the powerhouse of the cell. It's what operates and tells the cells what to do. This hydrates you on a cellular level. It's called mitoplex because it taps in to the mitochondria, okay? So, improved energy metabolism, increased mitochondrial biogenesis. Like we are biohacking our bodies like crazy. You guys see me take the pills in the morning and the pills in the evening. That is also combined with this It's like it's layering on and giving you even more biohacking benefits, which is just insane. It's repairing your DNA.
After all of the medical misinformation from Jessie Lee, now we've got this happening. Are you for real? Like, come on. When's it going to stop? This is why I'm talking about it, because this is bullshit.
Exactly what you've been looking for. Oh, I love that Russian mom, Susan. So good to hear. So this right here is what's going to increase the benefits of this. Okay, this is the main thing. You got to get this. And if you want caffeine free, then the Nat 20 is not the option you'll start with. You will have to pick just one flavor, or you can go to my trial site and you can pick a bunch of flavors and caffeine free only. You can just select the clearance bundle for 20, which is 20 packs. Caffeine free only, and then you'll get 20 packs of caffeine free only from me, and you'll be able to find your favorite flavors so that you can still have a variety that I will customize for you. This is going to give you even more energy, right? So I talked about avoiding the cramps, avoiding the headaches, avoiding the diarrhea, all of that. This is going to help you avoid that. And it's also, imagine if you had cramps, headaches, and
It's going to, didn't you say it makes you poop? How is it going to help you avoid diarrhea if it makes you poop? It's not making sense, Courtney.
drinking this, don't you think your energy is a little bit lower than it should be? Yes. Okay. So this, can you order shirts somewhere like the one I had on earlier, Danielle? I really need to figure that out. It's her strength is our strength. It was for Jessie Lee. We did not plan to run another round of those. So I don't know. I don't know that answer at the moment. I apologize, but I just don't have an answer for you. I also had the Made You Smile one that Loka had made, and I'm going to tell him he needs to put those up on his website so that he can sell those. I'm hoping that we can get that done because I love those shirts. You've never tried the Mitoplex shell. They're so good.
Just make
Orange,
a shirt.
citrus,
What do you need to?
I'm sorry, orange, lime, and lemon in this. Okay. Energy, muscle mass, and performance. So this is going to increase all the benefits that you're looking for. It has creatine monohydrate, which improves energy production, increases muscle mass, improves performance, and improves cognitive performance. And it also has vitamin D3, which is really important for all humans, but especially women. Okay. I really did not mean to go hard in the paint on all of that. I wanted it to be short and sweet, but I got excited and started telling you guys stories about me.
Not really. This has been a hard sell, but it still not the best.
Oh, I love you guys. Oh, Jamie's messaging me in the chat. That has to see what you meant. I love you guys.
She's going to go for 20 more minutes. What the heck?
Didn't see any other questions. Brooke, hi, babe. I love you. So good to see you on here. How does this help with weight loss? So Angie, hey Angie, how are you? We don't really call it weight loss because this is a fuel source. So this is not meant to be a weight loss product. It's a fuel source that your body, I got a video for you, so just go watch it. You'll understand what I mean by that. I'm not going to go into that, but I will tell you that with your body running on ketones, you will be in ketosis in an hour or less because these are pure therapeutic ketones, the only bioavailable ketone on the market that is identical to the ones that your body produces. So it's the only one that when you drink it, it'll unlock the key will go in, it'll actually unlock it. Okay. And it'll pass the blood-brain barrier. It'll give you the benefits of better energy, sleep, focus, mood, digestion, appetite, and a side effect of fat loss because your body burns fat for fuel while you're in ketosis. So if you start drinking,
Everybody from day dot has been saying that ketones give you better focus, and I have never seen Courtney be focused ever. Like, I cannot recall where she's like, except one time when she was trying to get people onto that live with Jessie Lee, and she was like, okay, I got 10 more people. Look, we need to fill it up, and I'm gonna, like, this is very exclusive. Come to this, because Jessie Lee, blah, blah, blah. And she was like so focused on getting that. And then when it started, she wasn't even going to go to the toilet because she was like, I've got to be here to stare at Jessie Lee and listen to her and like do big facial gestures. Like, it was very weird in my opinion. But focus, Courtney doesn't know her. Who is she? No friend of Courtney's.
these products and you're like, wait, why am I holding on to water, or I'm gaining a little bit at first? Sometimes that happens for people, but it's because your cells will fill up with water because maybe you haven't been hydrating and now you are. And then as your body starts to fill up with water, those fat cells will start to burst, and then you'll have this thing called a fat whoosh where you'll lose 10 to 15 pounds that we call like water weight. right? It's because your body will retain water. If it thinks that, oh my gosh, I don't know when I'm going to get water again, it'll retain it and then it'll get rid of it really fast too.
I don't
So
think that's
Angie,
how
the
that
video,
works
if you
either.
click on, I don't know if that video, that comment's pinned, but there's the link in my bio, the link on my profile, or just send me a message. I'll try to like respond as soon as I get off of here so that I can help you right away. So that I can help you right away because I know so many guys, I'm still 2 weeks behind on messages. Like I will scroll and scroll and scroll and try to answer a few from a week ago, scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, try to answer a few from 2 weeks ago, and I'm just.
Why do you need to do that, Courtney? Is it because you have to follow up with everybody because your business depends on that? Because that sounds like a tough thing to do. Just constantly having to go through prospects.
Not caught up yet, and I appreciate y'all's patience, and I see some of you bumping them, which is really, really helpful. And some of you guys are just like, it's okay, I'm just being patient, and I totally understand either way. So whatever's most comfortable for you, if you're interested in getting your questions answered, or if you're just wanting to share your love with me, or if you're just, wanting to let me know that you see me, whatever that feels for you. I know we all have every message that I've read has been, there's a different heart behind each of them, and so. I was just over explaining myself a little bit because I know that I'm on here talking about ketones and now I'm kind of switching to talking about responding to your messages, and most of them are just you guys giving your love and sending condolences. But if any of you are kind of hidden in there that are,
like I said, condolences. I'd like, okay. I probably would say if there was somebody who and their bestie died, yeah, probably. I'm so sorry to hear that. But I don't know if I'd send them a gift. I don't know if I'd go that far, like they have been for her, or send them food or whatever, you know?
information, it's all in the link in the bio. And then once you go through that, if you have further questions after watching the videos, you get my phone number and you can text me, which is the fastest way for me to respond. My text messages are cleared every single night before bed. It's just the Instagram, I don't even know what's happening on TikTok, and the Facebook that is still not caught up. And I'm finding people that I love very, very much. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, they messaged me. And I just found a few of them like over this past weekend. I was like, I just found your message. Maybe because I'll see a comment on a post or and then I click on your profile and then I go to your messages and then I'll finally find it, or because I'm scrolling. There's just different reasons. So I just appreciate all of the love and your patience. Patience is the best virtue. I love you so much, Shell. Yeah, Angie. So yeah, thank you for understanding. But if you go through and watch that video and then you have further questions, you will be able to text me at the end of it as well.
So yes, I'm going to talk about the condolences, etc., etc. Remember, you got to go to the link in the bio. I mean, the thing is, would Jessie Lee do this if it was her? Yeah, she would. So maybe, don't know how to finish that sentence. Let's just keep going.
But it'll explain everything on how the fuel sources operate and how it's able to burn fat as a fuel source instead of burning carbs as a fuel source. So I'm so sorry, Courtney. I truly miss Jessie Lee. I truly miss her too, Ramona. Deeply. I really do. Someone was saying, I had a couple people, every time I see your profile, I see Jessie Lee. And I was like, I'm not changing my photo. The way she's looking at me. I love it so much. And the only reason I didn't have it before was because I'm coachable and I'm supposed to have my face right there on my photo because it's a tiny little bubble. And anyway, so I love you guys so much. I appreciate you. And so glad I'm keeping Jessie Lee's spirit alive for us. Oh, you're so sweet, Diana. Thank you.
Did she just say, I'm so glad you're keeping her spirit alive? I need to check that. You are making her proud. The world needs, this is just from one person though. The world needs more people like you are, Jessie. What? I'm glad there's not more people like Jessie Lee. God damn, we'd be in more of a dystopian late stage capitalist nightmare. More, like we already are. You are making her proud each and every day. She is guiding you daily and her legacy lives through you. They're friends. Like what? Love you. Yes, her legacy will live through you. No, that's, I like Kelly who's keeping it real. Do you have any groovy grape trials? Please post a link for Made You Smile shirts available. Oh God. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Because Jessie Lee's legacy is scamming and heartbreak. Okay, and she loved her dogs. That's it. This is her
doing what I know.
This is her reacting to that person, one person saying that Jessie Lee's legacy lives on through her. And look at this. This is I don't know how genuine this is. Am I being overly judgmental? Maybe. Is this grief? Maybe. Should I give her some grace? I don't know, but I'll watch this.
What I've always been coached to do, what I know I'm supposed to do. She even trained us.
That's not healthy. It's toxic positivity, and it's really harmful because when you do things like this, you're not dealing with the grief. You're like, I just have to keep going and do what I'm coached to and do this, that, and the other. No, you don't have to do anything except process your grief. That's all you need to do.
Multiple times, and I was there throughout her losing her Nana, and watched her be able to just fly home. We weren't super close then, but I watched her be able to. We were like I had just joined her the year prior, so we were. She barely knew who I was at that time, but I watched really, really closely, and then she trained on it multiple times after, and I had actually met her.
So yep. So what we're saying is that, before when I said would Jessie Lee be taking advantage of Courtney's death if Courtney had died? Yes, because she did it with her Nana.
Her almost 10 years ago. It was 9 years ago in March of this year. The first time I ever met her. And very much so an introvert, very much so still took the photo, was super friendly. Saw her again a few months later at our conference, and just fell in love with her every step of the way. Then I joined her 10 months after.
You stalked her. We know the story. Why, you had a parasocial relationship with her, and then you made her your best friend by just sticking with her. And it worked. Don't get me wrong. She did well. She got a lot out of it. And not just friendship. Like, I think they were close, and I think that, she was her ride or die. But I always felt like Courtney was their jester, They were so... The way that Jessie Lee imitated her was so insulting. Like, I think they thought she was a joke. And, there's that other time where Sasha was she told a story how Sasha sends her, like, rude pictures on airdropping them from across the room and stuff. And that sounds like sexual harassment to me, but, everybody was laughing about it. And then when Courtney was live and they asked to go live with her on Instagram, they meaning Sasha and Mateo, who I have not heard much of since they left Jessie Lee when she first got diagnosed. Yeah, kind of dropped off a bit. So she was saying that, they said, oh, can we join in the Instagram live? And she accepted them, and they were shirtless, and they were making jokes about being gay and blah, blah, blah. And it was just so cringe. And you could see that they just have no respect for her, So, I think that there was a friendship, but it seemed like, the sort of friendships like, hey, we're best friends, but you can't tell anyone, but they did tell people, but, it's kind of got that ring to it where she probably would have joined in when everybody was giving her crap, but then when they're alone, it's all like, I love you, you're the best, don't ever change, that sort of thing. So, because I think both of these people, Jessie Lee and Courtney, they are experts at transactional relationships, because to be where they are in network marketing, you have to be.
She left and followed her. We joined Prove It together 6 years ago, but I watched her do that, and she trained on it and exactly how to just be able to, being so grateful and thankful for this opportunity, that I've been able to live in a duality of not feeling like I don't feel pressure to clear my inboxes. And I don't, over here, it's like, I don't feel pressure to clear my inboxes. I'm able to just be who I am.
Really? Because you just told a story before about how you went back through a week of messages and then 2 weeks of messages, but you clear your Instagram and your Facebook messages. I don't think that's true what you just said. Okay?
To be there, and I was in this go mode of like taking care of things and taking care of myself, and
if she is suggesting that she's not in a go, that's goddamn ridiculous. Like, do you think our heads fell off and we have not watched you? Because you are always in a state of, like, intensity and very hyper, and I've got stuff to do. Okay, get on the live. But if you don't, I'll see you tomorrow. Blah, blah, blah. I gotta do this, gotta do that, blah, blah, blah. You know, like she's full on.
And just wanting to be present with those who were in town and stuff like that, being present with her the entire week of the hospital and everything, and being present with her all year. I'm just so grateful for all of that. And I've learned countless things from her over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I've learned how important it is to just put one foot in front of the other. And everyone has their own opinion of what it looks like for what I'm doing or how I'm doing it. And I know who I am. In my heart, my soul, I know who I am. I know how I show up. I know what I'm capable of.
If you know who you are, who are you? Because you have to have an identity that's beyond Jessie Lee's best friend. As sad as that is to say, that can't be your for life identity. All right. I'm going to make a suggestion that you be your mom. Like I'm my kid's mom's. Like I'm not Jessie Lee's best friend. That's not my main role. I'm my kid's mom. That's going to be an even better role. And it's going to pay you back so handsomely. And I hope, given how the end went down for Jessie Lee, especially reconciling with her mother, I hope that you and Joshua can really forgive his parents. There's power in forgiveness, and they deserve it. They love your children. They love them. And, like if you haven't seen, like you were a witness to how that played out and how meaningful that was for Jessie Lee. Give your husband that. Give your children that even if you don't have to get along, but you can have a relationship with them that could be, mutually beneficial without having to put too much on the line. That's all. If that's the one lesson you can take out of this. I don't give a fuck about the business, about showing up, about your brand, your identity, selling, etc. Keeping on working. Forgiveness is the best lesson. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to stop there because I'm going to go wash my hair out. So wish me luck and we'll finish this story. I cannot believe there's 17 more minutes. She said she was going to wrap up about 5 minutes ago. So yeah. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know. Oh, I was going to go live tomorrow because I've been going live on a Thursday night. It's Wednesday night. I probably won't have this video out until the weekend. So all right. I'll see you later. Bye. Can you believe this? Oh my God, this turned out so good. Oh no, don't look at that spot right there. Like, I am just shocked at how good. Except we have our swimming carnival, which is like our swim meet for the whole school tomorrow. And I'm in the greenhouse. I love the greenhouse. I've always been green. And I went for pinks and purples. I should have gone for a green. I could have gone from like green, blue, purple. But no, I went this way with it, didn't I? Oh yeah, there's another spot I missed. I really like it. Like the red wasn't as red as I thought it was going to be, but it complements that pink so nicely. Ooh, who is she? Also, we have puppies, but they're all black, so I'm going to bring at least one closer. Who is this? That's Buttercup. Okay. So say hello to Blossom. Blossom is the girl with the little white thing, little white dash on her neck. Where's your neck, baby? Okay. She's nearly a week old and she's doing well. So Miss Blossom. Okay, let's see if you can see the theme with the names. Miss Blossom. Okay. Here's our mister, our boy, the only boy, and his name is Bubbles. Do you know the theme yet? Blossom and Bubbles. What's the other one? These are only temporary names. We're not keeping them. is she? Miss Noisy here is Miss Buttercup. So we've got the Powerpuff Pups. Hi. They're very cute and very squishy. There you go, Mama. All right. Oh, saw some weird stuff from Courtney today. I just have a lot of questions based on what I saw on her stories today, which was she was singing a song, but she looked like she'd been crying, and then uh, I think she was referencing Jessie Lee, and then she said that um, the accelerator call with Loka is going so well, or something like that. And Loka is the guy who was on the Segway when Jessie Lee was doing a Get Ready With Me a few months ago. Can't remember the event, but Loka stopped in. I think he walks her dogs, or he was, and she was saying how he should have his own happiness seminars or something. I'm like, they exist. And anyway, so Loka was running the accelerator call, and I'm like, what? Why would he be doing that? And then I'm like, whose accelerator call? Why is there an accelerator call? I just had so many questions. Why are you crying? Why? I understand why she's crying. She's grieving. Why is it public? Why do you have to grieve so publicly? Like, you don't owe anyone that, Courtney. You don't owe anyone that. You can grieve privately, and it's probably going to be healthier to do that. I don't know how much you will actually process doing it all so publicly. I think that there's a lot to appreciate in, doing the growth and the healing that you need in private so that you know what your life is without her. And you know what? That's really sad, and I feel really sad for her. Um, and I just wish that she, like didn't think that she needed to do everything she's doing at the moment. Disappear off socials for a couple of weeks, like take time, because even though the world just keeps turning, no matter what's happening, uh, you'll just get back into it once you're there. All right, let's finish this video off.
On devices.
It might be on this because she's wearing the same shirt. I haven't watched the end of this, as we know, because that's why I'm here. Miss Buttercup. She's noisy. Miss Buttercup is just being a bit off tap at the moment. All right, let's do this. I'm going to do something arty, but I'm eating dinner at the moment.
But it'll explain everything on how the fuel sources operate and how I'm doing it, and I know who I am. Peace and joy, and I'm going to continuously treat others the way that I want to be treated, because there's enough hate in this world, and people hate people for absolutely no reason at all. And I know that it's weird, and I know that it's always been weird when you've heard, let me love you for no reason. Like, I'm going to choose love, just like Jessie Lee has always said, and I've been saying.
You don't, there is a reason. You have transactional relationships, so there is a reason for why you love people in network marketing generally.
That not as long as she's been saying it, but I've been saying it for a long time because she's always said it.
Yep. I mean, you're a clone with her, like all of the top leaders.
Because she's always operated out of that space.
Love. Was it loving when she hoped Miss Buttercup is chatty? Yeah, so Jessie Lee, she was really full of love when she called, when she said that Erin and JJ wouldn't be able to go on the hike in Colombia, insinuating they were too fat to do it. has said the most disgusting things about Jewish people, Israelis, and just been generally insensitive. She also said she hoped that people making videos about her would get sexually assaulted by Satan uh, in the back door without any lube. So I'm not really feeling the love from that. Yeah.
Never not choose love. I will always choose love. I will always choose to be a beacon of light. I will always.
Does your husband do that too? Because allegedly he was in the Clown Towns chat in a live saying some pretty egregious things like, getting into legal trouble for it, which they would not have, but also had a username that was a very violent and was definitely meant as a threat. So that's him, that's your husband, whomst do you love? It's not true. You're okay with him not being like that, or you only love certain people? I think it's conditional, not unconditional. So that's the big difference there, Courtney.
Choose to be positive. I will always choose to be joyful. I will always choose to be consistent and to be the
Consistent with what? What do you mean?
most optimistic person I know, while also not being naive. I am not naive, okay? So don't underestimate that at all. Don't be naive. Be positive, be confident in all you do, and don't be naive, okay? Don't be naive to what could happen, but don't focus on the things that you don't want. Focus on what you do want.
I don't know if she knows what naive means. Just the context she's using it in. Don't be naive. Like, don't be easily led, easily swayed. I don't think that's the right word there, girlie. You want people who are easily convinced.
So I don't know. Here I am just going off on more tangents when I was trying to get off of here and said this was going to be a short live, but here we are nonetheless.
Oh, okay. So you are conscious of it then? Because at the beginning I did say like, oh, she told the kids it was going to be a short live, but then I could see that the bar, because we can see it here, right? There's still 14 minutes left of this, and yeah, it's interesting that she realizes she's been on here so long. Choosing. She could have got off now. Oh, okay. Oh, whoops. I was supposed to get off. All right, people. I'll see you for the next call. Boom. Peace out. Done.
So much. I appreciate you. I'm so glad I got to answer some of your, I'm glad I got to go back and forth with you and give you guys a little bit more about the product. Maybe next week I will be faster with this. Who knows? The goal is to always try to do this in 10 minutes or less, but you know what? It's just not how I roll. I don't know. I get all fired up and excited sometimes about it. I will be telling you guys my story later on this week on when we started this business. So if you guys have questions on there about the business side of things, you can always slide into my DM and ask me. But I will be telling the story on why we joined 6 years ago, why I said yes, all of the things. Obviously, me drinking.
What? What? I'm very confused. This is not a new story. Why are you telling this story now? Just on a random Zoom. It's not really, like it's not really. What word am I trying to say right now? I don't know. I know. It's just weird. I'm sorry, I can't elaborate more than that.
The ketones and falling in love with them is a huge part of it. I cannot drink and share something with other people just for money. I have to really fully be passionate and get behind it, as you can see that I already do. So you are so welcome. I appreciate you as well, Susan. Thank you. The world needs more people like you and Jessie Lee. I love you, Melanie.
It's so funny. Like no one's really talking in her live. I don't know, like what she's reacting to, really.
Thank you so much. And you know what? That's the legacy because we're doing it. We are doing it. We are being those people. We are sharing the love and the light, and we will continue to do so in honor of her. And it's why I knew that I had to show up. I knew that I had to get back in it. I knew that I had to put the one foot in front of the other.
I think I've doubled up on the time, but this is just making me cringe so hard. Like, and my eyes are so far in the back of my head at the moment. God damn.
And also allow myself grace through it. Set my boundaries and say no to the things that do not bring me joy and say hell yes to the things that do.
When your child was at the door about 30 minutes ago, you said no to them. So did you not want to say yes to that? You didn't want to say hell yeah. You said no to your children. Okay.
And currently in my inbox, it's bringing me joy, and I'm loving reading all of your kind messages and your thoughtfulness, your prayers, and I'm just so grateful. And another huge shout out, like I can't express this enough. It's so interesting because no matter what you do, people will judge you for it. I just want you to know that, okay? Like I could be being silent right now, I would be attacked.
Who by? I wouldn't have a thing to say about it. Um, but you're going live and you're talking about Jessie Lee and you're talking about grief and a legacy and things like that. And you're specifically pushing the product at the moment. So you're still selling products for an MLM. And that's what I am talking about. I don't like that she is using these manipulative tactics to sell you a product you do not need, or to sell you a dream of getting rich, which is next to impossible. And just because she's got a best friend who did get that much money, and I mean she's going to get that money. No way. Not a chance. So, I don't know. I don't know. Stay mad, I guess.
The lives that I've been attacked. I like. It doesn't matter. People are going to talk about you, and they're going to have opinions. They're like buttholes. Everybody's got them. Okay. Don't let it get to you. I will just say, or I'm saying that and prefacing that with
Um, Perhaps some of the people who are giving you valid criticisms could be listened to. For example, I was imploring her to try to reconnect to Joshua's mother and father. Uh, yeah, so it's very tough, and I get it. But you don't have to be grieving like this in public and doing lives and etc. etc. Yeah, it's two-way street.
because not with I'm prefacing with that because I had a friend, Erica Grace, who said that she was talking to Cheryl. I can't remember who now. And so if you guys are a part of that in any capacity, I would love to I just want to say thank you. I'm hoping I can get a list and just send my gratitude to every single person. I was telling Erica, I was like, I'm sending my own money to the meal train. I just don't want to have to think about it. I don't want to have to place the order. I don't want to be stressed about not having food in my home. And I don't need this to.
So what she's referencing is that people are buying her food and she's getting food ordered and paid for her. I have uh, I'm stumped at how to talk about this because I just don't think it goes down to that same thing where you're not a spouse, you're not the family. I know that you're next to family, but um, where was I going with that thought? Oh, like, are they checking in with Jessie Lee's mum and dad to see if they're eating? And Courtney is married with a husband. Is it possible for them to negotiate a little bit more time, alone time, or whatever, alone together, therapy time, whatever? If there was, like, those are the people who you should be checking to see if they're eating because I imagine that they're pretty traumatized at the moment because I know that those final stages, especially as she was not in hospice and uh, she declined so rapidly, that they're, well, I'm going to cut it out of the video, but one of the puppies just like fell off. I knew I should have put something there to make them stay. Miss Buttercup was, she was on the she was on the move and she just fell off. And then the dogs, they get really weird when the pups cry. They like, they try to go for it.
Anyway, Frida's now gone back to the room. Okay. So I think I don't even know if this is something I should comment on. Maybe. So I'm wondering what's appropriate to say here because I think people grieve in different ways. I would just hope, given the situation, that people are thinking of her family as well, you know. Um, even even if even if they think that they weren't really there for Jessie Lee, um, you know, like, and they think that Courtney was, and she was, don't get me wrong, um, that I hope they can see that the family would be hurting as well, you know. That's all. I hope everyone is being taken care of, and uh, it's not just people from the MLM, you know. Grief counseling is not the job of your downline. Do you know what I mean? And I hope that everybody involved, especially the children, are getting therapy. God, I hope so.
We're getting caught up with everything and we're starting to feel like more like we're on our own 2 feet, but not having to think about what to eat whenever for 2.5 weeks.
Hi there, editing Tish here again. I have been contemplating how I was going to edit the end of this because Courtney does get quite personal with it. Now I'm well aware that it is a public video, it's on her Facebook, and I just didn't feel okay putting it out there, if you know what I mean. Uh, I think it's in the, you know, for the sake of I'm not taking anything out of context, so I'm just going to speed up what she says, and because it actually doesn't matter what she's talking about, because it's just about the grieving process and how she's coping. Um, we don't gain anything by knowing the content, but I think that it's important to look at because we're I don't know, like it feels very personal. It feels like I shouldn't be watching this. And it's like, well, then why are you publishing it? And I think, I don't know. I don't know. Uh, I think it's interesting as far as looking at human nature and seeing how people are coping with this. Because, like I said at the beginning, you know, like hopefully the spell's going to be broken for some people and they're going to be like, oh, what was I a part of? And seeing somebody like me reflecting on how this is inappropriate, why you're doing this, you know, like it's okay to grieve in private. I mean, that might help someone to come to some clarity. Do I expect it to happen? No, not at all. I'm a small creator. I have low engagement, as pointed out by my friend on the Cap Chatfield video. Yeah. Look, I just hope everybody is okay, you know. I don't want to see anyone harmed. I think that, well, I it's very difficult to sort of like feel my way through this. I'm very I don't know, it's complicated. It's so complicated. I think she's doing shitty things in this, like being on here for an hour when she said to the kids that she'd be really quick. She's still trying to sell us something. She's still trying to sell us something. But then having compassion for somebody who's lost their best friend, somebody who they treated like family. And I know that there was conditional aspects to their relationship, but I think they had a genuine affection for each other. And yeah, losing that person is a big deal. And it's interesting that she doesn't talk much about Josh because, from what I heard, Josh was also very close to Jessie Lee. So, so after this, me speaking now is just going to speed through the next part, which is just about her not wanting to organize eating. Okay. And then
I might cut some more. So if there's big, massive cuts or if there's like a sped up bit or whatever, this little insert wasn't meant to be this long, but it's it's so complicated because it's a double-edged sword of having empathy and being human and trying to extend compassion to people who I don't necessarily have a lot of because of their actions. And at the same time, trying to examine this objectively to say, hey, we're still doing the wrong thing here. So please don't do this. Please don't use people's deaths. Please don't, please give yourself time off the internet. But it just reinforces the hustle culture that is essential in MLMs. Because guess what? End of month's coming up. Got to get end of month. Like there's always a deadline to meet. So, yeah, hopefully that's not too wishy-washy. I apologize with the lack of certainty. I just, it's tough. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now.
I said I was going to get off of here. Here we are 5 minutes later.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a really important bit of feedback.
It shouldn't be public. It's good to be grateful, but we don't. Why do we need to know this? We don't.
That I've learned about myself over the last 2 years. I've said it in my story. I don't know if I've already said it on a live or not. My love language has become, for the last 3 to 5 years, probably, it's been acts of service.
I was expecting something more profound just from the way that she paused then. I was expecting it to be something more, something deeper. And we're just back at love languages for the past 2 years because that's what she's been doing in the MLM. Like, I genuinely thought she was going to be real then. Kind of feel like an idiot. Like, as if she's gonna, I don't know. I'm disappointed because there's opportunity for growth. And, oh, for fuck's sake, the MLM, although they tried to be like the hand that held Jessie Lee as she passed away, but it was her family. Her family was the one who were there. And the MLM will keep on churning whatever you do. So, I had high hopes.
Peace. Removed. It's been acts of service. And when your love language, whatever your love language is, the way that you love to give love, it's actually the most difficult for you to receive it in, if that makes sense. Or you'll kind of do the opposite when you're feeling. I couldn't just talk about ketones, guys. I guess I had to give you a little bit more. Bridget, hey. So being.
But you're not really making sense now. And like you said, you were going to get off at least for the last 10 to 15 minutes,
My love language, one of the traits that will kind of stop you from moving forward when they're acts of service is that you don't know how to ask for help. And so finding an awareness around that was super huge for me, because then when people ask me, how can I help you? I would say, like, I don't actually know, but thank you so much for offering. Like, if you can think of anything, just let me know. And I'm like, I really appreciate that. And now I've just started to say, I just want to let you know, I'm so grateful for you. I just don't actually know how to ask for help. My love language is acts of service. I'm the first one to just do things for people. Like, I'm just going to do the things. I've been called.
No, but your love language is meant to be what makes you feel loved. Like acts of service are the things that like how you show love. I thought the love language is like how you want love shown to you. Like if I was me, like my love language has always been gifts. Like I like giving gifts. So
multiple times. And I know some of you on here probably have heard that about yourselves, right? Like you're just the mom for when you're in your groups and all these things, you're the mom.
I don't think that you're that of the Empire group. I've already talked about what she has done previously, and even just in this video, when the child came to the door, this Courtney went away. This soft Courtney went, "What do you want? I won't be long." Like, it was very abrupt. So I think you're the mum of the group, so much as you think you are. You think you're the best mom, you know?
And so I just naturally take care of people without even asking. I don't even allow people to ask. That was like my thing with Jessie Lee. It was like I was just serving all the time. I was just like paid attention to the things that she liked and how she liked them so that I could just love her in the way that she wanted to be loved, you know, like in the way that she would accept love. And if your love language is physical touch, then when you're upset or something, you don't even know how to ask someone to touch you. You just expect them to know to touch you, to give you hugs and to hold your hand and all of those things. If you are
What? I don't. I think that's a fundamental misunderstanding about relationships. People don't, like normal people don't just go get in a relationship and say, "What's your love language?" "Oh, really? Is it acts of service?" "Oh, well then I'm not ever going to give you a hug because you don't like personal touch." Wouldn't it just be a balance between everything, with one of them being more prominent than the others? Yeah? Hard work. Jesus. She's still going to talk for 7 more fucking minutes. My God.
is quality time, then if you're not getting quality time with people, or maybe it's words of affirmation. If it's words of affirmation, you're just going to go silent with people. Like if you're not getting words of affirmation from someone else, like you're going to give it all day long. But if you're not getting it, then you'll just go silent. So there are traits kind of like the opposite of your love language that will kind of cause you to, yeah. So, oh, that's you, Bridget. So it's resonating with some of you. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm going to wrap it up with that one. I don't really know, like for sure, gifts, gift giving. I used to be that person. Gifts, I would always pick out the best gifts, always. And it
I've heard Jessie Lee claim that as well, because she writes notes about people. I give really good gifts as well. I'm very thoughtful, but, am I the world's best gift giver? Fuck no, and I'm not going to claim to be. Annoying. No one cares.
where people were not loving me in that way and I didn't understand love languages, and I massively started to shift. I was like, I am not going to continue to spend my money on people. Like I really started to it was toxic. This was toxic of me, but I'm just going to be honest with you. I was like, why would I spend money on people when they don't even appreciate it? And the truth of the matter is, the reality of my life was that I was surrounding myself with people who didn't actually like me. I was putting all of this time, effort, and energy into putting thoughtful gifts together for people who didn't actually like me. So
Oh, Courtney. I really hope the people in your life do like you, because it would be really sucky, to know that nobody liked you, but the way that they've talked about her, even when she's been there, is just gross and unfair. Like, I think that Courtney could be a good human if she got rid of the MLM. Yeah, no, that's about it. I'm getting tired. Got swimming carnival tomorrow. Got to get ready.
that's something that I'm still able to do. Yes, 100%, but it's not my number one, and it has not been for a very long time. And so the gift giving is not my strong suit anymore. It's acts of service. I'll do for you. I will do for you. But it's not a gift thing anymore. And so gifts were like, I was like, I'm just not going to buy you anything. Like, I would just not buy gifts. I would be so upset and I wouldn't even be able to talk about it because I wasn't receiving the same way that I was giving. And now I understand how to ask for the things that I want. And like when people show me acts of service, I feel so loved. I feel so loved. I'm also words of affirmation for sure, and quality time. It's different. Okay. So my secondary, my first is acts of service. My secondary is probably words of affirmation with him. With everyone else, I love quality time. I love acts of service. I think number one with other people, business and friendships would be quality time. Although I love quality time with my husband, I love it so much, and that is like right up there with the words of affirmation. But I feel so much love from him whenever it's acts of service and it's words of affirmation, like when he tells me how he actually feels. And then for everyone else, it's like I love to receive the love through quality time with the right people. Okay, that's not just everyone. I'm gonna tell you right now. But it was acts of service and quality time. Like that's how I give the love, is by spending.
I'm glad that she said she appreciates quality time with her husband, because that was kind of like, oh, I like acts of service and words of affirmation? Really? With your husband? That's what it is? And then with the MLM, the first one you thought of was quality time? It's a bit concerning, really. What about your children? Remember them?
Of service. Receiving it, I love to have the quality time as well, and the words of affirmation too. But receiving acts of service, I didn't always know how to do that. I'm learning how, and so I'm really grateful that I'm figuring that out. And I feel like I should probably go take the 5 love languages quiz. Is that what it's called now? I forget. I don't know. There's more now too. Anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I said I was gonna get off here a really long time ago, and I told kids this wasn't gonna be long, and it was. So ciao, ciao. Talk soon. Bye bye. Bye bye now.
She's
Oh,
on
thank
for
you so
another
much,
4
Stephanie. I appreciate that.
minutes. The
Me too.
fuck?
Rylan, I will answer that on another live video probably in the next couple of days. It might not be tomorrow's live video. And I'm going to save this live on my Facebook. So click the link in my bio so that you guys can go to my Facebook and watch the replay over there. I'm not going to save this one on my Instagram. Not for any other reason other than I'm just not going to save it. And truly, though, I will answer it really quickly. Why did I choose Prove It over other network marketing companies out there?
Are you kidding?
There are many companies that have incredible compensation plans that will pay you for sharing the product with other people, aka getting customers, and sharing the opportunity with people, or getting promoters. They will pay you separately for both. Okay, you'll get extra bonuses for both. We have that. I will tell you, one of the things that I love the most about our company is that the only time our compensation plan has ever changed is by giving even more and making it even easier to hit bonuses. Love that. Because in the past, I was
You gotta be kidding me. That's just exactly what everybody else says. God damn, these people.
with companies that did the complete opposite. They would take things away and make it sound like it had a pretty bow on it, and it did not. And I had to get behind the product. I love, love, love the product. But the most important part of why I love Prove It is that we actually care about people. We are a personal development company with a compensation plan attached to it. And that is truly the biggest game changer of all with our opportunity, is that our CEO cares. Both of the other two.
No one gives a fuck about anything except for money. Including you. Including you. No, it is not a personal development with a compensation plan. That is one of the more awful, like, sort of sayings that they have. Oh my goodness. I was so terribly, like... also, Brian, apparently not a very nice guy. Just because he's got a private jet doesn't mean he's a nice guy. And what else did she say? Oh, I think she was going to talk about the owners, and then her and the people. No, it's a nest of snakes, and you're all trying to get to the top. And it's on the shoulders and the backs of everybody else. And it's so selfish. Would we expect anything else? Bob's not. Hey.
Owners. I've met them both. I met both of them pretty early on too, in the 6 years. They've only gotten better. They've only become more caring. And their hearts have grown bigger. They integrate working with the field more than so many companies that I've seen. Wow. And there are so many companies out there. So this is not to say there. I'm telling you that you can find the right one for you. That's what I'm telling you by saying this. You truly can. And the leadership that we have here is just next level. We have the blue ocean concept down to a T. We are the category kings. There's no competitor out there for ketones. None. Are there other health and wellness? Sure. Yep. Are there other energy products out there? Yeah, of course there are. Are there other products that will help with fat loss? I don't really see any other products out there talking about fat loss. Everybody's talking about weight loss. Like fat loss is just a side effect of what we do. We are truly.
It's because you shouldn't be promising weight loss. Okay? And it's temporary if it happens. So keep that up.
Biohacking, and I'm just really, really passionate about what we do and how we do it, truly. So we do have an event coming up in December.
Oh,
Love y'all.
good.
And you want me to say this here?
Just get off.
You love it here and you love how you feel as a human. Oh, Caitlin, thank you. I did see you got a new number, but I don't think I was able to respond yet, by the way.
Oh my God.
Yeah, truly personal development with a compensation plan attached. I cannot tell you the amount that I've learned in this company and grown as a human being. If you saw my story yesterday, that was pre prove it. That was before prove it. This is since. Bye guys. I'm really gonna go now.
Good. Finally.
Ciao.
Oh my goodness. How? How did she just talk then? For 52 minutes, she talked. She didn't say a single word that was going to be useful to me ever. Okay, so I finished this last night and wanted to wrap up when I had had a little time to reflect and when I wasn't so tired. I am ridiculously tired. We had our swimming carnival, which is a swim meet for the whole school for anyone interested in that. Oh, and our house, and you're in house teams, they're called houses, and it's like House Targaryen, except, different. And our house only lost by 10 points, and that could have been one extra person swimming and things like that. Anyway, yeah, reiterating, one, it feels like this is too personal. Please you don't have to grieve in public. So on one hand, we've got Courtney here who's lost her best friend. She's very upset. She's grieving. She doesn't have to do it in real life. There's outlets that are outside. So, yeah. And then we have the selling of the ketones. And this is the ketones. And here's my ketones. And shock, 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 shock. And it feels gross. So, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for being here. So please like and subscribe if you'd like. And I've got to do a little bit of Facebook stalking of some people who are taking advantage of Facebook groups of desperate people, as well as Enagic, getting back into the Enagic BS. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. There's something else. There's something else. Where is it? Okay.